Okay, good afternoon and welcome to Table Talk on 802 Scoop, located at 185 North Main Street in Barre. A little bit of a chill in the air today, but it's okay. It doesn't seem bad.
No, it's not snowing.
It's not super bothersome. Yeah, I had to adjust you. You're way out of frame. I didn't do that first.
Oh, that's because Tom was in here
Right,
last night.
he was sitting there last night.
Got to have it on Tom. So.
You were way out of frame, and I was like, "Ooh, I didn't fix that." But that's because, like always, I'm coming in here right as the clock strikes noon.
But you have a good excuse today. You've been under the weather.
I have been under the weather. I have pneumonia, and I've been dealing with that for several days now. It's not, thankfully, the contagious kind. It was brought on by allergens, probably from spending some time in the basement here at the studio last week, in and out of it for different reasons, and then upstairs doing some stuff and working in the new studio space where it's all, under construction. And so I just got sick, and when I get sick, it kicks my ass, like it always does. And
Well,
it is what it is.
You still look beautiful. So.
Well, thank you. I try, and I try to force myself to get up, get going, whatever. Thank God there was the weekend in between.
Yeah.
We didn't have to. Yeah,
but Friday night you were out in the cold doing trunk or treat.
And I knew I didn't feel good then, but I always push it. I always have to push my limits, and I've been doing that my entire life. If my mom were alive, she'd tell you so, because I always push it. But whatever.
Well, you're here.
So I'm here, and hopefully I can get through the whole thing without having a coughing fit. If I do, I'll just dump my mic and it's all on you. So you know what's going on. Carving for Kay, the kind of display goes on full view tonight, starting at 6 p.m. and 21 Red Farm Road. They almost have, if I could carve 24 pumpkins before 4 o'clock, I would. Like, that's all they're short. They're that short, just 24 from their 200 goal.
And I saw
so close.
Saw something where some Girl Scouts.
Yeah, they had donated, I think, like 40 of them.
Yeah, that was nice.
It's awesome that the whole troop got together like that. Yeah, but that starts tonight, and they want people to be careful because there's going to be a lot of traffic, a lot of people in and out of the road, and walking beside the road or driving slow by.
Yeah.
And so use caution, drive careful. It's going to take place tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday. So
Plus
28, 29, 30.
The added traffic for Jorgensen Lane for that decorated house.
For that decorated house. And which that place is absolutely amazing. You really should go check it out. It's pretty cool.
So I'd say if
a lot of stuff in that community.
If people are going to either of those or both of those, wear something like fluorescent, if you got fluorescent coat, you know,
Yes.
bright orange, carry a flashlight,
Yeah.
you know, make sure you're seen.
Yeah, for sure. It's not hard to just dangle a flashlight at your side and let
Yeah.
it swing, or glow sticks, something.
Yeah.
Because it could get dangerous. So, but it's all kinds of pumpkins, and they did a little test run last night, and of course there's all kinds of other decorations there too. So I remember doing that at Ellie's Farm Market when I was a kid. We'd go up and see all the lit pumpkins.
Yeah,
when I was
we used to
younger.
take the boys for a ride over there every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was, they had another one too, out towards like Waterbury, or maybe it was Waitsfield, where it was they were all in a field. And you could walk in the farmer's field. I know you could see it from the interstate
Middlesex.
too. Yeah,
Wasn't
maybe,
it? That
maybe
big
that.
farm?
Yeah, they used to have one where you could walk in the field and look at them all too. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
I think that may have been the one in Middlesex. They had a farm stand there. There was a big farmhouse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I
That
remember
was
that
super
one.
cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All kinds of, but there's all kinds of great stuff going on.
Yeah.
And of course, the trick or treat on Main Street on Friday from 4 to 5. And the house decorating contest. The Barre Partnership put the list up.
Yeah.
And you can drive around and look at all those. Some of them it's really elaborate.
Yeah.
Have you seen the one on Hill Street?
No, but
where
I
there's like a person laying in a bed, a literal
Really?
bed on the lawn with like this Freddy Krueger guy and a knife standing over him. I mean, damn.
There's one on Prospect Street. If you come up Berlin Street and turn right on Prospect.
That's Chris Massey's house.
Is it the one on the left?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a nice job.
Yeah, he does a great job, and he actually does like a haunted house one night. I believe it's Halloween night, maybe the night before. I don't know. I'd have to look. But you can, in his garage, he opens it up, and it's like the haunted garage, and he goes all out crazy
cool.
with that thing every year. Yeah.
Cheryl Mativier used to do that when I lived on Westwood Parkway. She lived 2 or 3 houses up from our house, and they would do that. They'd use their garage, and the kids would have to come through there. You had to go through it to get your candy. You couldn't just get candy.
Oh, there was no way you were getting.
you had to
just the
get you had to
candy.
go through it to get the candy. Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah.
And they would deck it all out and
Yeah.
all kinds of haunted stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think. I wish it was, we talked about it last week, I wish it was, kids got to experience what we did, where you went house to house and you just went and had fun and did that. But we're in a different time, and it doesn't happen anymore. And that's why we have the trunk or treats and different things like that kids can do them to be safe. And, the pumpkin glow at Woodridge Nursing Home, which I hope a lot of people go out to that, because the folks that live there really enjoy that a lot, and it means a lot to them.
Yeah.
So I guess they did a trunk or treat at Lincoln.
They did. Yeah, I saw that, and I guess it went really well. The people that live there, from what I read, they had a great time. And
Yeah, it's just, it brings them so much joy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Glenn. Glenn has started hunting
Glenn,
again.
yes, I saw some pictures of Glenn with his
Out there with
very
his
impressive blind that
Yes.
he has.
He said if all he needed was a cot and he could stay overnight or something.
If we get some bunk beds, I'll go up with him.
Yeah, why not, right? I've seen those. Who's sleeping on the top? That's the question.
Me.
Who's going to climb the ladder?
I will.
You will?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, I think it's awesome that he's getting out there and doing that stuff. And
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna say it because it's Glenn, and I know he'll be okay. But when I first met Glenn, I didn't meet him in person. I just met him through the podcast when I was doing stuff with AO, and he tuned in every single day, absolute faithful, and I got to know him and learn about him through the podcast. And if he would be a few days where I didn't see him on, I would worry and so I message him, and because it was just not like him not to be tuned in, and then that's how I learned about his daughter and her passing and some other things, and I wanted to help him find a way to memorialize her and to be able to say this is the day we lost Heather, and this is and so I did that. We did that, and I did a couple of every year would do the candlelight memorial post, and then last year we did a balloon release, and even though it's not the thing to do anymore because it's environmentally naughty, we did it anyway, and it meant a lot to him, and it means a lot to me that he is getting out more and doing more things, and laughing and smiling more, because we all deserve that, right? Yeah. And he's become a really good friend.
It was nice last town meeting day when he came and visited us at the tent.
Visited us at the polls. And that was the first time I had seen him up there, voting in person. And so that was awesome. Yeah. And he's just become a really good friend. And we kind of if we don't see or hear from each other, we'll do that. We'll message and say, hey, are you okay? Or what's going on? Or just check in and stuff. So it's nice. Take me to your camp and we'll talk, Glenn says. Yeah, that's what.
We can do that.
That's what he,
If we don't do it this deer season, we'll do it next spring, summer. We'll go out, we'll have an outing.
Yeah. Check it all out.
We'll get the little group here together.
Yeah. Why not? But you two would make quite the pair. Oh boy, I can't even imagine the trouble.
Throw my brother Greg in there and look out.
Yeah, look out.
Yeah.
Yep. So, Halloween. What else is going on for? I mean, check the list. We have a lot posted. There's a lot of different events. There's a lot of stuff going on. So check the page and also check the event section on your own Facebook page. If you just click on events and then click this week, it'll give you the whole long list. And there is all kinds of great things happening.
The Main Street Trick or Treat, that's
Friday.
That's Friday.
Yeah.
Starts at 5?
Four, I think. 4 to 5. Yep.
Yep.
It used to be later if it was on a Friday because the stores were open later, but they're not anymore. Yeah. So, but again, another time, right? When I think on Friday nights the stores used to stay open until 9 o'clock.
They did.
I know when my mom was in business, her store was always open until 9 on Fridays.
And there were some stores during the week that stayed open until 6 or 7.
Yep.
But Friday night, everybody was open till 9 o'clock.
And the streets were super busy. And yeah.
I remember Christmas shopping on Main Street as kids and going with our mom, and you'd see everybody. The streets were packed with people.
All the windows decorated. It was like a little mini New York City kind of vibe down here with all the decorated windows and people out and about, and all the men standing out talking and all the women and kids inside shopping, right? Except for the ones that were naughty. They had to stand outside with Dad next to the car. Yeah. Witness him chain smoking, right?
Yeah.
Back in the good old days. You have city council meeting tonight.
Yes, we do. Yep.
What's going on?
Well, we'll talk about the bond votes. We have the one for the housing program down on Seminary Street.
Yep.
And then we have the bond vote for the new public safety garage up on Morrison Road. I think, Nicholas has done a good job speaking about it. Tom was on last night talking about it.
Yeah.
It's needed. It's very much needed, especially that new garage. And like Tom mentioned last night, there's a possibility we may be able to. It's so big, we may be able to lease some space to V-Trans.
Right, and get some revenue.
Yeah.
We're
We're getting revenue right now because
Oh, yes, I heard that whole story,
Because
which was hysterical.
the mayor, we bought the building from the mayor, and along with it came his tenant, which
Right.
is O'Reilly's, who got the building from Bond, and they were still using it for some warehouse space. And they've extended their rental agreement, I think, through March. And we're getting something like $20,000, I think, a month for the
Well, I think he raised it
25.
even more,
Yeah,
25.
25,000
Yeah,
a
because he
month now.
kept,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Tom,
when they-
Tom kept dickering.
When they wanted to extend it, Tom said, "Well, I guess we can, and we'll go from 20 to 25."
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're both worthy projects, and the Seminary Street thing is going to be financed through the TIF program, so it doesn't really affect you now, and it generates more income through the TIF program for the city.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Again-
Which means that you can continue to build and grow and
Yeah.
and do the things that we're supposed to
Right.
do. I really appreciated the fact that he also explained the, affordable housing piece of it, and that
Yeah.
because a lot of people, it's true. The mindset is affordable housing means, Section 8 or subsidized housing, and that's where people's minds immediately go.
Yeah.
Is there a need still for some subsidized housing? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that will always be the case. But people have to also understand when talking about all of that is not all subsidized housing is what we've been seeing lately. It's not drug houses. It's not people that are trouble.
Right.
There's trouble in any sort of situation, any sort of group of people. I mean, no matter what neighborhood you live in.
Right.
A couple of years ago, in my sister's neighborhood, where the cheapest house in her little neighborhood is probably $750,000, easy. And there was a dentist that was living in the neighborhood, had this house that was, big, beautiful house, big, beautiful neighborhood. And he was selling cocaine out of there and had a wicked drug ring going and people in and out all the time. And but his office was in his home, and, people, it was very well hidden.
Yeah.
And when that all blew up, people were shocked that stuff was going on. That people, and so this kind of stuff can happen anywhere, no matter who you are, what kind of neighborhood, and sometimes actually can happen more in the richer neighborhoods, people that can afford to stack loads of this stuff, right? And do this stuff. But subsidized housing can be elderly, it can be veterans, it can be single moms that are, working and they're working hard, but they have kids, so they can't necessarily always work two jobs. Or, it literally can be a hand up. And we hope that it can be a stepping stone, but it'll never be a stepping stone if there's no place for them to go. And right now, there's no place for them to go.
Exactly.
So they're stuck where they're at, even if they're trying really hard and doing their best. Because probably just like with most things, if they could get out, if they could change things, they probably would. But the opportunities aren't there. And so we got to build those opportunities somehow.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's, so there's subsidized housing, there's affordable housing. And affordable housing could be, like Tom was telling about, the hospital has people that sit at the table with these meetings for Prospect Heights. And they're having problems staffing the hospital with nurses, doctors, because there's not enough housing here for those people to come here.
Yeah.
So a lot of those people would be occupying, a development like Prospect Heights.
Yeah.
And the Seminary Street, I know it was mentioned somewhere in an article or something about, slum landlords, and that is not going to be a slum landlord. It's going to be Downstreet that's going to be managing it.
Right. And they do very well.
They do
with
well
the
taking care of
places.
their properties.
They do. And they vet their tenants very well. And I think they have a great process. And I know through Down Street, they also try really hard to help people take the next step.
Yeah.
They have classes, and they do. I know my brother took a class before he bought his home through Down Street.
Yeah.
You know, they do a lot to help you take the next steps
Yeah.
and do what you need to do to move forward. And that's great. We need more of that too.
Yeah.
So, and at least, like you said, they maintain their properties. They, you know, they do well. I don't think that I've ever looked around and thought that one of their properties was in horrible condition.
No.
No.
Now, were they, I think they were involved with the Ward 5 school project.
Yes,
too.
they were. Yep.
And I went by there. I should have gone to that open house. I didn't, but I've been by there, and the building looks great.
Yeah, it does.
They've done a great job with it.
It does. Doesn't look like the little school I went to anymore.
Yeah.
But that's for sure. They did a great job. Yeah. And I've seen the pictures of the inside and stuff. So
Yeah.
they did the virtual tour.
It's much different than the old North Berry School apartments, because that still looks like an old school.
Right.
It's-
Right.
They really, whoever owns that, it's privately owned.
Right. And that one could definitely use some
Yeah.
help.
But I looked at Ward 5 and nice new windows and,
Yeah.
it's, you know, painted and everything looks new and it looks great.
Yeah, it does look good.
It's hard to believe I used to play street hockey in that paved
know.
front playground there.
Yeah. Yep. We used to walk down there almost every day.
Yeah?
We used to walk down there and play basketball or just hang out in there, and my brother would play hockey or
Yeah.
you know, whatever. It was just the neighborhood school.
I never, you know, having to go there and pick the boys up from school, 'cause
Yeah.
they both went there until the new school opened, and yeah.
Yeah, good place. But what else is on the agenda?
Let's see. Good Samaritan Haven update. I'm not sure what that's all about. Let's see. Flood resiliency plan. Amanda Gustin's got another one. This one is kind of interesting. Adopt a storm drain program. So I've noticed.
I'm all for that.
Me too, because I live on Maple Avenue at the intersection with Summer, and there's one storm drain there that for one reason or another it gets plugged up all the time. It's either people throw trash out or leaves, and it gets covered up, so that there's always this big, huge puddle there. It's more like a pond when it pours out. So it's like, you know, taking it upon yourself. Just go out, rake the leaves out from in front of the storm drain. Always make sure it's cleared out. Like in the winter, after the plow's been by a few times, maybe just shovel out a little channel, or, you know, that goes a long ways to helping, you know, keep our streets clear.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And it takes a few minutes. And
Yeah.
same in the winter, now that winter is coming, to keep them clear of snow and ice, and, you know, keep that stuff chopped up so that water can flow when and if it needs to.
But like right now, you know, with leaves falling off the trees, there's a lot of leaves on the ground, and you know, I've seen people that rake them off their lawn and just rake them to the side of the road and leave
Right.
them. But, so just, you know, don't plug the storm drains up.
Yeah.
What else we got? We will have discuss neighborly Barre committee proposal. So councilors Spalding and Hillgartner, it's something they brought up a while back, and we've finally found a spot where we've got some time to kick it around.
And this came about because of the ordinance, and some didn't agree with the new ordinance and the new you know, process of the ordinance, and they thought that there was a more gentle way of dealing with the vagrancy and the vandalism and things like that in the park. And I personally don't feel like sitting in a circle singing Kumbaya in the park is going to change people from leaving their needles and shitting there. I don't think that that's going to help any. If any, it's probably going to make them feel more comfortable to be there, right?
Yeah.
And I think that, I mean, I'll listen to them, but I really don't see where accepting that behavior and being nice about it is going to help us get any
Yeah.
place. And yeah, so more than likely, I'm definitely not on board with that.
So I've noticed since the city took the parking meters out of Church Street around the park and put permit parking only, so that stopped the hangouts.
Yeah,
And actually, it seems like they're not congregating there. Nobody's congregating there now.
yep,
It's,
yep. Every once in a while, in the morning, of course they do because
Yeah.
they come down. I believe they get food and breakfast and stuff at enough ministries. They're hanging out at the library a lot.
Yeah.
That definitely is happening. I've seen a couple of posts where they had a teen night recently, and parents were really worried about the people hanging around doing drugs and the needles that they were finding. But I think in the morning the area is pretty full,
Yeah.
but it's definitely not an all-day thing.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're hanging out, but they definitely seem to have moved on.
Yeah. I noticed the jack-o'-lanterns hanging in the gazebo. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that
that's
reminded
nice to see.
me, it reminded me of when, when I was still working there, I'd get a phone call about the shamrock, the jack-o'-lantern,
Is there a heart?
the heart for
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. And the poor sweetheart that used to remind me just recently passed away,
Oh,
Giselle Schweenard.
oh, yes, yes.
I'd get a phone call, and I knew.
Are they going up?
Yeah, Jeff, can the boys hang up? Yep. So my guys would go down, we'd hang it up, and she'd go down and plug it in, check the lights, and if the strings weren't working, she'd go right down to Nelson's, and Bob would give her a box of lights, and
Make
she'd
sure.
string it. Yeah,
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 yeah. It's the things like that, right, that make us
yeah.
really.
They make
I
us
mean,
who we are. What,
Yeah.
what we are.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's cool when you drive down through at night and that's the only thing that's lit. You turn the big light off and you just have the jack-o'-lantern, the Valentine heart,
Right,
the
that's
shamrock.
suspended there in the middle.
Yeah.
And yeah, it does look really cool.
Yeah,
I can't wait for the tree to be
Yeah,
there.
that's always
really.
great.
I can't. It's like once the leaves are falling off the tree and it starts to get chilly, I'm ready to put the lights up.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just such a calming feeling, and it just looks so nice and relaxing, and yeah.
that's,
And hopefully it can happen without incident.
yeah. And the firemen will come down, they'll help, they'll string the lights for Christmas. And is it all right to say Christmas?
Well, you can hear.
Okay.
Yes.
Just checking.
Absolutely. At 802 Scoop, we say Christmas.
You know me, I strive to be politically correct.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. But you don't have to when you're here. I mean, that's what it is. It's Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
During the holiday season, it's okay to say it's, the holiday season. There's all kinds of holidays, but
Do you remember when you were a kid, Main Street, they had those really big decorations that hung on the light poles?
yes, I
Yeah.
do. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, again, those were the days. And
Yeah.
that's what I mean. It was like a mini New York City where, people come from all over to go to New York City during Christmas. You go to Times Square and Central Park and the ice skating rink and
Yeah.
all that. I still think it'd be cool to have an ice skating rink at City Hall Park.
Yeah.
I just think that'd be cool.
We looked into that once, and I don't know, wasn't really a big enough space because of the gazebo sitting right in the middle. But we could have put a small one.
You could make it kidney shape around the
Yeah.
back side of
Yeah.
so it like comes around the
Yeah.
gazebo a little bit. Doesn't have to necessarily be round or square
One year we had
or any of that stuff.
Pierre Kuchar from up at Millstone did an ice sculpting
Yeah,
thing in there.
yeah. That would
contest.
be super cool too.
Yeah,
Yeah, just neat things like that.
yeah. Maybe we should push for that.
We should. We should.
And like an ice sculpting contest, and yeah,
I think those are neat. They have some great ones in New Hampshire. I know
Yeah.
there's one that every year at Hampton Beach, and some of there's some serious talent there.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Talk to Tracy.
Yeah,
See
we'll
if we
have
can
to.
get her fired up.
We'll have to do that. Speaking of that, though, so pretty soon, sadly, I'll take down the back to blue because it'll be time to get the window prepped for the season. And
Yeah.
everybody usually decorates their windows throughout the holidays, and so we'll do that. And I've been talking with Kenzie and talking about what possibly could we put back in the window that would go us the whole winter, plus look good with the nativity scene and stuff that I use during the holiday. And so we are discussing that to see if there's something
Good.
else that I can put in there, because she does really cool work, and I just love the fact that it's there and it's supporting somebody else's business. So, but it's going to be sad to like scrape it off, to clean it off.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I'm going to do one last pitch and plug to try to sell some more blue bulbs. We'll do that in the month of November, and then hopefully by Thanksgiving we'll wrap it up. We'll donate the money to Jason for Christmas for Kids, and yeah, go from there. So it's been fun.
It is.
Yeah. All the good stuff, right?
Yeah.
Glenn says the only thing he can carve is a turkey.
Good. Is he inviting us up for Thanksgiving then?
You never know. You never know. He could probably make, I've heard, he's told me that he really likes to cook, and I know he had a big kick-ass garden this year. So you never know. Maybe he could cook us like a big Thanksgiving dinner. We could all go to Glenn's house. Yeah, we'll invite the whole damn neighborhood.
802 Scoop family.
Yeah, the 802 Scoop family. We'll be going right there. Why not, right? Most of us don't have anything else to do, probably. Who knows? So, yeah. And that's it, pretty much, as far as city council goes. There's not like a whole lot happening, and that starts tonight, traditional time, 6.
Yep.
So
6 p.m.
And you can go in person. You can tune in via Zoom. And if you have something that you would like to talk about that's not on the agenda, you can do so during visitors and communications. But also, as subjects come up, you are allowed to put in your 2 cents.
Yes.
So maybe you have something to say about this community. What is it called? Neighborhood
Very
thing.
neighborly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you have something to say about it, or something to input in regards to that. And it's Beth Hill Gardner and Sonia Spalding that have initiated that, and they're both Ward 1 counselors. So Glenn, your ward, maybe you want to chime in on that. And yeah, just get the conversations going, I guess. No matter how you feel about the situation, get the conversations going. And be a part of it, because you are allowed.
Right. Don't feel like you can't speak, because you can. Anybody can speak at a public meeting.
Right. And if you're in person, you raise your hand and they'll call on you, and the same on Zoom.
Yeah.
You just have to put your hand up on Zoom, click the little raise your hand button, and they will call on you. And sometimes, it's hard to see on the screens when you're sitting in the chambers, I've heard, who's got their hand up. So sometimes it might take a minute, but they will recognize you. One of you will notice and say, hey, so-and-so's got their hand up. And you will be recognized and have that opportunity. Yeah.
And with a vote coming up, granted it's a November vote. It's not a like a really political vote, but we talked about this at the last town meeting. Out of 6,000 plus registered voters, was it 800?
Yeah,
800
it was low count.
Maybe 650 plus, but you've got a right to vote. Use it. Go vote.
Yeah. And there are so many ways to vote now.
Yeah. You can have it mailed directly to you. You can fill it out, drop it back in the mail, or drop it off in the receptacle in the front and in the back of City Hall, so you don't have to pay the postage. But if you're registered to vote, please get out and vote.
Yeah, for sure. This stuff matters, and the the career center. That's a
That's a
that's
real
a
hot
huge
topic.
$149 million.
Mm-hmm.
And if your thought is, no, I can't afford that, but then you're sitting on your ass at home and it gets passed,
Yeah,
I don't
you
want to
only
hear
have
it.
yourself to blame.
Yeah, you only have yourself to blame because literally every single vote counts.
Right.
It could come down to, 10 people, 3 people.
Yeah.
It could be that close. We've seen it in all kinds of elections over the last few years. It could be that close. And so every single vote matters. And so if you're one of the people that I've seen saying, no fucking way, I can't do that, and this and that, and you're screaming about it, that's great that you're doing that online. But unless you get up to the polls or unless you've sent that ballot in, if it happens, it's your fault
Right.
that it happens.
Yeah.
And then it goes through. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Because the rest of us did our job and got our ass to the poll.
And just, me personally looking at this, it's I can't support it because right now we don't even know what school districts are going to look like in the next year or two.
Right.
And here we're going to spend almost $150 million on a new building
Yep.
that maybe, I know they turned away 200 plus kids for the programs last year. Mm-hmm. And, I agree. I agree with the whole, trades programs and, we do need tradespeople. Mm-hmm. But right now, like I said, what if they redistrict again and Spalding's, right now they're half of what it used to be.
Yeah.
Now it could drop even more.
Yeah.
And you're going to have this empty space that could probably be used to keep the program there. But,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think, the telling part of it too is not all people were rejected because of space. Some people were rejected for behavioral issues or other issues as well. So the whole story isn't, really being told when it comes to who was turned away, because there's a lot of factors in the who's turned away. And for me, if they were saying, let's do this and it's going to be a community college and it can be a revenue source and, I would probably be all about it. And maybe I would even be all about it if once the redistricting is done and we know what's what and how it's truly going to affect. Because I think the trades are super important and we should concentrate on that more than we concentrate on college and getting degrees and other things. But I don't know. It's a scary thought. And I know what I can and can't afford, and I know I can't afford that.
Yeah.
I can't afford that increase.
Yeah.
And not even close on top of all the other increases. Health insurance increase alone this year is killer.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, you look at the student population in the 70s when I was at Spalding, it was like between 1,300 kids in that school. And now it's 600-700.
Yeah, our graduating classes were 250, 350.
Yeah.
They were like huge, our graduating classes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And families aren't that large anymore. People have 1, 2 kids. They really don't have big families anymore when they're not having 3, 4, or 5 kids.
Yeah.
Because they can't. They can't do this either. It's a
So-
lot of money.
So there's another big reason to get out and vote. I mean, if you think it's all right to not vote and it passes, then don't bitch about it.
Right, exactly. Right. And if you wanted it to pass, the other way around,
Yeah.
no matter what
Either
your
way,
feeling is.
get out and vote. Whatever you
out
want.
there.
If you want it to pass, you don't want it to pass, but
And it's November 4th, and in the city, it's right at the auditorium, just like it. Always 7 to 7. In the town, it's at the school, 7 to 7, at the elementary school in Barrytown. And there's a lot of different communities voting on this bond. I think all of the ones that currently have use of the Career Center.
sending schools.
And I know a lot of them have the same opinion, not knowing what the districting is going to look like. you don't even know if you'll be involved 6 months from now, a year from now.
So
And
the Harwood Union District, they've already had, their school board meeting, and they said, we don't think we can do this because they've just had assessments done on their current buildings.
Right, on their own
And
school.
multi-million-dollar actions need to be taken to get those schools back up to code or whatever. And, so that could happen here too. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, you never
I don't know how old Barre Town School is, but Spalding was was opened in '65.
Yeah.
The Barre City Elementary Middle School, that opened in the mid-90s, 96, I think, 94, 96 probably. But like over in Waterbury, they got issues with the schools they have now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you just can't keep hitting everybody's wallet.
No, and that's what is repeatedly happening. So get out there.
Yeah.
November 4th. That's the day. It's right upon us for sure. Yeah.
You going to be out there with hot dogs?
No, so I won't do that until the
Town
vote
meeting?
which
Yeah.
I believe will not be until May here. Because
Right.
we don't do it in March, but which is kind of nice because then it's a lot warmer.
Well,
For sure.
Actually, it got really hot last May. Remember? It was
Yes, it was. It was
hot under that little tent.
It
there.
was, and that has happened a few times where it's been
Yeah.
like, holy heck, it's hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's better than snow, sleet,
Yeah.
freezing, rain, wind whipping by. We've done that too, though. I think the first year I did the hot dogs up there, it was in March, and it was
Yeah.
crazy cold. It was horrible, but we did it. We did it, and people were happy that we did it, and we're there. And it's still one of my favorite things to do because people really do. They come, they stand around, they talk, all different points of view.
I had fun when I went up last
yeah,
year.
it's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got to
So-
talk to people that were going in to vote. And, I'd
yeah,
walk. You got to keep your distance from the building, but
yes.
yeah.
But it's nice. You
It
get to stop and chat and do all those things. And I thought about being up there on the 4th with something to do something. But with the way I've been feeling and everything, it's not worth pushing.
We
it.
need to get you back to 100%.
That's right. I need to get myself back on track, or Rosemary's going to kick my ass. She gave me holy hell this morning because I was going to come in here and do this. Why are you doing that? You need to stay home. You need to rest, she told me. I love her right to death.
Mama Rosemary.
Yeah. She's just always looking out for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but boy, did she give me hell. And so I had to promise that I would come and do this,
Yep.
and then I would go right back home,
All right.
get in my Snuggie, and rest for the rest of
You
the
and your
day.
little Snuggie.
Me
Well,
and
it's
my
not little, it's a
Snuggie.
big Snuggie.
It is a big Snuggie. You could fit 2 people in that thing easy. If you could get your head through the neck thing. I think you would probably have to slit that open a little more because it's pretty tight around you.
Is it?
Well, I think to keep you snugged in there,
Yeah.
so it comes up around your neck good. And then it's got that big freaking Red Riding Hood hat hood thing on it. That thing is insane. But it's warm. It's super warm. It only goes to my knees.
Yeah.
But you can totally fit in there, your whole body in there, easy. When you get all curled
You've been
up.
living in it for like a week now, or?
Pretty much. I've had
Yeah.
to wash it 4 times. So, and I just got it. My brother-in-law got me that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got himself one of them. He got my sister one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's I think my sister's threatened to get pictures of him in it. But I'll probably never see him because they don't trust me. They know that if they do that, there's possibility that they could show up on 802 Scoop. So they don't send me the pictures of them in them. So I'm the only damn fool willing to post it. That, yep, here I am in my Snuggie.
Yeah.
Whatever. You only live once, right?
I was thinking of getting the one you sent me, and I'll blow it up and we'll put it in the front window.
Why not? Maybe that could be our Christmas
Yeah,
thing.
there you go.
The little snow
Yeah.
thing or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. We'll get a couple of, like fake Christmas trees. We'll set them up and have you like you're standing out in the woods, and
Yep.
yeah,
In my
in your Snuggie.
Snuggie.
Yeah.
I love that thing. Love it. It's the best present ever. So, thank you, Jordan. I call him he's my favorite brother-in-law. He's my only brother-in-law. So he's my favorite. And I always tell him how much he loves me. I tell him how much he loves me. Yeah. I don't know if I've convinced him yet, but I try. Yeah. So anyway, I think that covers it. We've got a lot going on for Halloween. Mm-hmm. Get up to 21 Red Farm Road. Check out the pumpkin display. If you have a pumpkin that is carved and you're willing to donate it up there, if you can get it there by 4 o'clock today, even 5, that would be freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Because it just adds, I'm trying to get them to 200. And I wish like hell that I felt good, because if I had felt good, I would have been at the store this morning buying pumpkins.
I know you would.
And I would have been carving like crazy. And I thought about going to the store and seeing if I could find just a bunch of the plastic ones that look a little different and you put a light in. Because you could do that too. They'd still light up.
Let's see, I got to make sure
Right?
you're 100%, because we still have a road trip to go on.
Yes, we have a road trip. We're going to go to Albany. So we're going to go to Albany, and then we're going to go to lunch.
Yeah.
Or dinner.
What-
Because we
Or
never
both.
know
Who
how
knows?
long. Right, we don't know how long we're going to be. Whatever we
We're just-
decide to do.
We're winging it.
That's right, we're winging it. We put gas in the car, fill it up, and whatever happens, happens, right? So that's what we're doing. We're supposed to do that on Sunday, but I was sick. Damn it. So take care, everyone. If you do go to the pumpkin thing, please be safe, wear reflective, bring something reflective. And if you live in the neighborhood, be patient. It's 3 days. It'll be all done. And if you're driving through the neighborhood to get to the neighborhood above, I know people use Red Farm to get to the Vecto Home Development
Yep.
up there. Just slow down, use caution. Again, it's 3 days. It'll be over with. And it's, this is it would have been a big deal to Kay, and it's a big deal to her friends and people that knew and loved her. And so just be careful. And we don't want anybody getting hurt. And look at the Barre Partnership page and get the list of houses decorated so that you can scoot around and check them all out. There's some really cool ones. Definitely check out the one on Jorgensen Lane.
Sort of like Christmas time, people drive around and look at all the pretty lights in
Yeah,
the houses.
all the lights. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool stuff. Cool stuff. So check it out. And we will catch you later.
Thursday.
That's right. That's what we'll do.